Lost Tales. Creation myths of ancient Egypt.
Now let us look at the second creation myth of the series. The Ogdoad of Hermopolis. Hermopolis means the city of Hermes in Greek. The Greeks gave it that name because it was a major cult center of the god Thoth, whom they associated with their god Hermes, but the Egyptians knew it as Khameneu, the city of the Eight. The Ogdoad was a very ancient Egyptian cosmological concept that embodied the four components of pre-creation: infinite time, primordial darkness, the primordial waters, and the void or invisibility. The Ogdoad was a system of 8 deities, 4 gods and their consorts. The number 4 was considered to represent completeness. Each pair represented the male and female aspects of the 4 creative powers or sources. Nun and Nornet represented the primordial waters. He and Hauhet represented infinity. Kek and Kaukit represented primordial darkness. And Ka and Kahet, sometimes known as Amun and Amunet, represented air or invisibility. The gods were all depicted with frogs' heads, while the goddesses had the heads of serpents. These 8 elements interacted, causing an explosion, and the burst of energy which was released caused the primeval mound to rise from the water. It was thought the gods and goddesses of the Ogdoad then ruled the earth during the Golden Age. When they died, they took up residence in the Duat or Tuat, the underworld. They ensured that the Nile continued to flow, that the inundation would come every year, and caused the sun to rise each day. There are 4 central creation myths related to the Ogdoad. The first one is of the cosmic egg. It says, the world was born from a cosmic egg created by the gods of the Ogdoad. It was invisible as the sun had not yet been born. When it opened, it revealed the bird of light, an aspect of the sun god Re. Occasionally the egg was said to contain air, associated with the moon. Alternatively, the egg was laid by a celestial goose called the Gengen-Wer, the primeval goose who was associated with the moon. When Re hatched from the egg, he created the world and everything in it. Myth 2. Ibis and the egg. The second version says that the egg was laid by an ibis, a bird sacred to Thoth. However, the cult of Thoth developed after the original myth of the Ogdoad, so it is probable that this story was an attempt to incorporate Thoth into the pre-existing Ogdoad, who was sometimes known as the souls of Thoth, who helped the sun to rise every morning. Myth 3. Lotus and Re. The third myth states that a lotus flower emerged from the waters of the Sea of the Two Knives, a lake near to the temple in Hermopolis. The petals opened to reveal Re, who then created the world. Myth 4. Lotus and Scarab Beetle. The fourth myth is similar, except it held that a scarab beetle, Khepri, the symbol of the rising sun, was revealed when the petals opened. The scarab transformed into a young boy whose tears formed the first human beings. The boy is generally considered to be Nefertum. But once Re and Horus had been merged, as Re Harakti, the boy was sometimes considered to be the infant Horus. The Hermopolitans claimed that their theory of creation was older than any other in Egypt, and that it was the Ogdoad who gave birth to both the sun and Atum. With this we have reached to the end of this video. In the next and last video of this series, we will look at the other 2 creation myths of Egypt, that are Theology of Memphis and Theban theology.
Lost Tales.